Hey, hey, hey. All right, so we're just going to dive right in here. Got your website pulled up, and first thing right off the bat, your logo. These used to be my colors that I used for my brand, and that's really funny, the pink and the teal. But it doesn't go with anything on your website is going to need to attract people, obviously, right? So your main thing is going to be matching your branding with your photos. So, like for me personally, like if this was my style, you have lots of browns and the teal, and it's very true color, kind of moody, and it looks like you stay pretty true to color. I haven't gone through your galleries yet. We're going to get there in a minute. But right off the bat, your main image and your logo do not look like they're from the same company. So that could be a problem. Also, I don't know, behind your logo, is this a cloud or a watercolor spot? I'm not sure. So you might want to work on your logo. I like your name. Your name is lovely, but definitely work on the logo. I'm assuming you created it yourself, but it's not really screaming high end right now. It definitely looks like you made it yourself. So let's dive in here. We have home, the experience, about, galleries, and contact. Okay. It's all good. I might move it above the photo so it doesn't get lost and hidden in here. And we're going to start scrolling down. So as a client, I would come to your home page, and I'm going to start scrolling. Welcome to A Perfect Love Creations. Okay. You don't really have to welcome people to your website. They're already there. And it says view the experience pages. So immediately you're asking me to go somewhere else, which you're probably losing people. You probably have a fairly high bounce rate on your website. And then about you. That is fine to have about you here, but why do you have this lovely paragraph about you, but not a paragraph about what you do? See? Clients aren't quite ready to learn about you yet. So it's great that it's down here, but you need to tell me about what you do. Even if it's just something like about your name and how it relates to what you do. But it needs to be a statement for your particular clients who are coming in here. Talk about what you offer, how you work. Just a little blip into your why and how it pertains to your clients. You definitely want to use a lot of you statements. Don't say, I do this because, or I offer this because. Say, you will get, this will be your experience. You want to use you statements. Make it about the client. This whole thing is about the client. All right, so I'm going to pop over here. So you basically have 4 paths you're giving them, which, I mean, is fine because you have 4 different genres here. So 4 different paths I think is okay, but we're going to see where they go. Okay, welcome to the maternity session experience. I don't think you need to keep saying welcome. We're already there. You welcomed me on the home page. You can just say maternity sessions. Like literally, that's all it needs to be. It's maternity sessions. We believe mothers require maternity sessions includes some pampering, hair, makeup, salon, Manny's Petty is very cool. We also provide an always growing collection of maternity gowns. You don't have to count it, just ask. Okay, so this is lots of we's. Are you a we? I don't know if you're a we. Based on your homepage, you're a you. So unless you have multiple photographers working under you, I would say I wouldn't say we, especially if it's just you in this business. Now, if it's you and your husband, sure. If it's you and a partner, sure. That's totally cool. But if it's not, then I would keep it personal. Anytime you're talking about your experience, say I. But again, this needs to be about the client. So it says we also provide an always growing collection of maternity gowns, floral crowns, and locations to choose from for your session. So you could say something, instead of saying we provide, you can say you'll be able to choose from our ever-growing collection of maternity gowns, floral crowns, and locations for your session. Don't see a color you love, just ask. So you see, it's slightly different. You're starting your sentences with you. This is about you. Don't start it with I or we. You can still put I or we in there, but you want to switch it up so that you're talking about them. And then contact us for packages, maternity through the baby's first year. Okay, so then you need a contact button right here. Client closet, that's a side note. You don't want to push them over to the client closet. You're going to lose them. Pretty much guaranteed. You're asking them to contact you, put a contact button right here that goes to your contact page. That's long and short right there. Then, I like this, you dive in down here to before the session. Love it. We'll meet you, we'll discuss. Excuse me. Beautiful, yes. During the session, very nice. After the session, I like this. This is nice. Packages start at $4.50. Contact me. You need another contact link right here. You want one at the top because they might read your whole sentence here and go, yeah, I want more information. And they might go ahead and contact you. Or they want more information, so they keep scrolling and then they contact you. See? You constantly want to be guiding them through your website. Like, this is a path. This is a journey that you guys are all taking together with your clients. So your goal is to get them from your homepage to your contact page, preferably in like 3 clicks. You don't want to overwhelm them, but you don't want to give too little information. It's a very fine balance. And then you have some portfolio down here, which I like. Very nice, very nice. And then book a consult. Okay, so yeah, that can totally just stay down there at the bottom. I think this is at the bottom of your homepage too. So yes, just leave that at the bottom. I feel like that's probably part of your template. So yes, you need some more contact on here. You just need, see, like date your session, you get to relax. See, that's good, Jane. You. After the session, you'll get to view your images either in person or via Zoom. So you will get to. Definitely switch up some of this content. Make it more about them and less about you. It's subtle, but I promise it makes all the difference. Okay. And I honestly don't know if I would have text over images for all of these. It does feel like a lot. You might want to break it up a little bit and maybe have a photo to the side with the text on a side. Just this can get really overwhelming, the text over the images. I know, like, this would really, I have ADHD. This would drive me nuts to read it as a client. And then if you ever change the photo in the background, you have to worry about like how it's going to look and if it's going to match and all of that. And that's just annoying. So definitely think about having some flexibility in the future with it. Okay, so I am actually going to go over to your client closet. Welcome to the maternity gown client closet. You're saying welcome again. Let's see, all our maternity, so I would just say all maternity portrait packages include use of our maternity gowns. Below is a listing of our current maternity gowns. Should you not see what you're looking for, let us know. We also offer discounted. Okay, so definitely you're going to have to reword some of this. So, all right, I'm going to read it out loud. I don't know if you ever read your stuff out loud, but it can really help when you're fixing words on your website, because we tend to type differently than we talk. So a lot of times you can like talk to text, like on your phone, and then take that text and turn that into the words on your website. I do that all the time. So I'm going to read this out loud and you're going to see how it sounds. All of our maternity portrait packages include use of our selection of maternity gowns. Below is a listing of our current maternity gowns. Should you not see what you're looking for, please let us know and we will do our best to accommodate your request. We also offer discounted sessions for the donation of a new maternity gown. So it's very like doctoral. You sound very like clinical and clean, and it doesn't sound really personal. So maybe you switch it up to how you actually talk. And I have this problem too. Like I really struggle to put my personal voice into text on my website. It's taken a long time for me to feel like I feel like I'm finally getting to that point myself now, after like over 10 years. So this is hard. So you could say all our maternity, let's get our out of there. You could say every single maternity package includes use of our maternity gowns. Check out a selection of our gowns below. Don't see what you want? Let us know. You could even get a discount if you donate a dress that you purchase. So you see, there's like a conversational way to talk, and I would probably still revamp what I just said. That was just off the cuff, but there's a conversational way to talk, and there's I'm writing a term paper for college way to talk. And as far as websites go, I know you want to be professional, but even more so than being professional, being personable is so much more important right now with the state of things on the internet. So definitely make connections and be personal. We also offer rental of gowns for showers. Very cool. Very cool. Maternity gowns. I don't know that I would list your brands. Because who's to say someone won't just go buy one and take it to another photographer? Like this is, like you're advertising this as one of your main selling points. I would not put the brands in there. Also, I really don't think you need descriptions of each. Honestly, just a gallery would probably be fine. But yeah, I wouldn't put brands in here because you'll have people come to your website and be like, oh, I really like that dress, but I don't want to pay her. And then they're going to go buy the dress. And I know like most photographers know Cheekaboo, but like that's one thing I feel like it's sort of like giving away where you buy your albums or, where you get your props or your favorite super secret locations. I feel like this is one of those proprietary things that you might not want to give away that much information. Because sometimes people are jerks and they will just take that information and run. And if you're okay with that, then that's fine. But I wouldn't put brands in there. Okay. I'm going to go to your other experience pages. Okay, that's all right. We're busy creating. Problem, I would just get rid of this page until you're done with it. Because you don't even have your banner up here with your heading, with your links. I'm totally stuck now. Which obviously I can just go back, but most people are just going to be like, meh, fuck it, and they're going to click out of it. like you're not going to get people like going back to go find something else again, especially because when I click back, it's going to have to load, especially on a cell phone. Most people are viewing this stuff on a cell phone. So you have to make sure that all of those links are working. And you have no links on this page now. So I would just hide this page until it's ready. Or get your headers up here so that they can click out of here easily. Oh my God, he's so cute. I love the airplanes. Cake Smash. So I'm going to celebrate with a very special milestone in your child's life. Now what? You could get rid of like a lot of this. Like this is where we come in, we'll meet you in person. You could just say, now what? Let's talk more about what your fairy tale looks like and make it come to life. Castles, capes, glitter, dinosaurs. I got you covered. Okay? Before the session, your idea of a fairy tale. So again, we're rewording to you statements rather than we or I statements. Oh, how cute are they? So this is the same thing I think that's on your maternity page. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, so what I'm feeling right now, I am going to go over to family real quick, and I'm going to assume that it says this pretty much the same thing on here. Wow, this is like newborn milestone. I mean, isn't this just a, I mean, how is milestone different from Cake Smash? Like, let's just put that out there. And then family sessions, cool. Okay, so I like the portfolios. All right, so honestly, I feel like you need an informational page. Okay, that just goes straight to maternity. I would see if you can unlink the main experience page so that it doesn't go anywhere and they have to click on an option. Okay. So here we are. All right, so you have home, you have the experience, which the experience is kind of a conglomeration of portfolio and experience. A lot of the words are duplicated on pages, is what I noticed. Especially the little blip about the hair and makeup and being able to relax. So I feel like you could have, excuse me, I cannot stop yawning. You could have an actual experience page that talks about working with you. So it talks about your before, like all of this stuff, before the session, during the session, after the session. Those are things that are exactly the same for every single session you do. So you don't need it on 3, 4, 5 separate pages. You don't. You need it on one singular page talking all about working with you and the experience that they get. Then each of these experience pages, maternity, birth, Cake Smash, family, can have specific information. So yeah, the maternity sessions has information about maternity gowns. The Cake Smash page has information about fairy tale and backdrop and the cake, right? And maybe mini bath options. So yeah, so like I feel like you need to pull the information that's the same on all of these pages and create a page that is the experience period, the experience. And then from there, you can have them choose which experience they want to know more about. So I would start here. So from your homepage, I would have information just about, like I said earlier, about about you, what you offer people, how you work, your basically your mission statement, right? And the why people should hire you. And then from there, you should say, learn more about the experience. One button, learn more about the experience. And go to an experience page that talks about working with you. It doesn't have to be a long, crazy, drawn out thing. And then from that page, you can have them either contact you or go to one of these category pages, right? These are portfolio pages, basically. So then from your portfolio pages, you would get them over to contact. That should be your goal here. So from maternity, again, this shouldn't say client closet. This should say contact me. Contact me, and it links to your contact page. After this, contact me. Link to your contact page. It's totally fine to have multiple contact buttons on a page, especially as they're scrolling down. Like, have you ever signed up for a class or a workshop or whatever, and you get sent to one of those like flow pages, and it gives you like lots of information, and then contact me or book now, and then lots of information, and then contact me or book now, right? That's what we're doing. That's what you're doing. Is you can't expect people to like scroll down here and then come all the way back up and click contact over here. You want to make it as easy and simple as possible to get them to this contact page. Okay, so I am going to pop now over to about. Nice to meet you. You don't need to put meet and quotes. I get it because we're online. You don't really want to know that much about me. That's true. That's very true. That's great. I love that. Very nice. That is a lot of words, but some people will read it, some people won't. No big. And then here you are. We'll get along great. My favorite things. And a Bible verse. Cool. Very cool. Definitely like shows who you are, what you like, and that you're religious, which honestly could go either way. Just giving you a heads up there. If you're cool, pushing people out who aren't religious, that's fine, but you're also going to wrangle a lot of people in who are. So that is like a totally acceptable, like polarizing point. So that is, I mean, it's good and bad depending on how you look at it. Just putting that out there. Personally, I'm not religious, so I probably wouldn't hire someone who has a Bible verse on their website. But that's just me. Nothing wrong with it. I was raised in the church, but I'm not now. So I probably wouldn't hire someone who has that. But you'll find that a lot of people, depending on where you're located, absolutely will fall in love with you because of that. Now, we have a problem back here on the homepage. I just realized I have no idea where you're located. I have no idea where you're located. You haven't told me it at all. And that needs to be one of the very first things above this paragraph. Okay? So the paragraph we're talking about putting here, don't say view the experience pages. Say family photographer in XYZ state. I have no idea where you're located. I don't think I've come across it once. Yeah, I have no clue. I would have no idea where you're located. So you need to fix that. That is like number one. Fix that and talk about it on your site. Your locations. let's see. Gallery.com. Okay, so this takes you off your website, which is not the best idea. Oh, and then you're forcing them into a thing. Okay, don't do this. If people want location ideas, send that to them later on after they've made contact. Because honestly, your galleries in here, your portfolios, should show what you can do with a location. Like you have stairs, you have city, you have pretty walls, we've got an old truck, some parks, some snow. So, I mean, these are your locations. I don't think you need a random gallery that they have to sign up for to get into, to show that. Client galleries. Okay. Now, are these, okay, so that is locked. That's locked, locked, locked. So honestly, I don't think you need this at all. Mostly because, well, this is on your website, but do these link off? I'm assuming that these are going to take me over to somewhere and it's going to ask me to log in again. Yeah, nope, I wouldn't do this. This is going to turn people off. Nobody's going to do this. One, you're pulling them away from your website. Two, you're asking them to enter their full name and email, which I know is a default for a lot of galleries and stuff, but like it's totally unnecessary and it's super off-putting. You can get rid of this whole thing, this whole galleries tab right here. Especially because you don't have like a ton of like galleries. They're not really client galleries. It's your portfolio galleries, which isn't that. You only have 4 client galleries in here. So it basically just makes you not look very busy. So I wouldn't make client galleries public like this. Okay, so what you can do though is you can break this up. You can have the experience as its own tab up here. And then next to it, you can have portfolio. See where I'm going here? And your portfolios can be these individual pages. So then the goal here is your home page, the experience, one of these informational / portfolio pages to contact. That is your guide through your website. That is how people should be coming through your website. This, you're going to lose people here. Also because there's no contact point within these galleries. You don't really have control over them. It's just photos. And people typically aren't going to click back over and contact you. So you definitely don't want to pull them off of your website. So home, the experience, a gallery. I would definitely get portfolios, galleries, whatever you want to call it, up in here. Then your about, then your contact. And I'm going to come over here to contact. Cool, very nice. Okay. Desired session date. What type of session are you looking for? Yeah, I like it. Easy, simple, very cool. And I did want to look at, you have a page with reviews. See what people are saying. This is a cool page. I like this page. I really like the reviews page. Okay, so yeah, you can totally keep that there. I like your photographer page. Okay, so really you need to redo your menu up here. I would just get rid of this completely. You can send out a locations gallery if someone asks, or you can have that in your welcome, your welcome email. Hey, here's a gallery of locations that I love, right? You don't have to put it all out there right on the website. Other than that, I think you're going in the right direction here. So I am just going to walk through one more time. We're going to start back at your home page. You need to tell me where you're located. I don't really think you need to say welcome. And honestly, this could even say, because I mean, it says your name up here, A Perfect Love Creations, A Perfect Love Creations. This could be family photographer serving XYZ. Like this could be that your location right here in this main space. And then down here, we're going to dive into let's talk about what I do and how I do it and why you should hire me. And then a link to an experience page. Learn more about working with me, where you're going to go through and you're going to talk about all of the generic things about what you do. And I don't mean generic in a bad way. I just mean the things that are the same on every single page. So discussing the plans, portraits to hang on the wall, discussing wardrobe, a Zoom or an in-person meeting. Talk about that. Talk about during the session, relaxing and enjoying. We handle the decorating. After the session, getting together for your Zoom or in person. Like this, that's all really generic stuff that can all be on one experience page. And you could even have just a general prices starting at $450. Like if that's your lowest package point, you can just have that on your experience page. You don't have to have that on every single page at all. It could just be on your experience page. So then from your experience page, we're gonna go, what type of session are you interested? Or click to learn more about your session. And then you could have the 4 different links to each specific page that has specific details about that type of session. So you don't need any more experience information on those pages. You just need a little blurb like this with a contact me and a portfolio. That's it. That is literally all it needs. Blurb, contact me, portfolio. All of this kind of stuff, honestly, this is all like, let's see. We'll choose the perfect location and we'll do some posed portraits. Like this is generic information. This is experience information. It doesn't need to be on the specific family page because I assume you're doing that for everyone, right? You're selecting the location. You're doing some posed and some interactions and some candid. Like that's how you work. That's how you shoot. So that is an experience page sort of thing. Okay, and then from this point, you would go to the contact page. And then hopefully they would contact you, and that would be beautiful. So you're getting there. I do feel like you need to work on your branding though. So a cool thing to do, let's see, you had a link to your Facebook, Instagram. Okay. So a cool thing to do is go over to your Instagram and sort of look at a grid of like some of your favorite photos that you've taken. Okay, or like your number 1 favorite photo that you've taken, like one that you really feel like describes your brand. But really you could take a grid like this, so like your fall sessions. Okay, so we have some like deep dark purplies. We got some pretty purples in here. We have greens, we have browns, there's some grays, there's some blues. So these should be your colors. So like pick out 10 of your top 10 images, right? Pick your top 10 images that you've ever taken and find the colors that run through all of those. Pick like 2 to 5 colors that exist in every single one of those images. It's probably going to be greens, browns, blacks. For me, one of those colors is yellow. I really love yellow and I use it a lot. So I use a lot of yellow in my branding. But you need to get like 2 main colors and then like 1 or 2 accent colors. And those need to be your brand colors. So I know for me, when I picked the pink and the teal, it's because those are my favorite colors. Like the minty green is my favorite color. I love it. It doesn't fit my brand at all. So I really had to take a step back and say, okay, this isn't communicating what I want my clients to feel. I like it and it's pretty to me, but is it communicating my brand to my clients? And for me, the answer was no, it wasn't. So you definitely need to consider this from a client perspective. So sure, you love your logo, you love those colors, it's really pretty, but you're not your clients. Like, I'm just putting that out there. You're not your clients. I'm going to say it again. You are not your clients. Okay? So everything you do on your website is for your clients. I know it's your business, but this is not for you. Your website is not for you. Your website is for your clients. So it needs to communicate and speak to your clients in a way that makes them want to hire you. So at the end of the day, you may absolutely hate coming up with a new logo and coming up with new colors. But if it all works together and flows, and that's what you want. Because right now you're really disjointed. This cloud thing and the colors don't match anything on your website. Honestly, at this point, because you have so many genres and you are very like clean and you have like very black and white font on your website, honestly, I would swap all of your buttons over to like this faded, like black and white. And I would just do a really simple text logo, a Perfect Love Creations. And I would pick a different font. I like cursive fonts. I have a script font for mine, but maybe switch to something more handwritten, and your letters don't connect. And that doesn't look super professional. So I might switch, I might do a rebrand and switch things up, because your logo just does not go with what you're doing here. Otherwise, your work is good. You've got a lot to work with here, so definitely reuse a lot of the wording and things, but you definitely have some work to do here as far as figuring out the experience. And honestly, so if I were to come in here and I wanted to see, like, let's say I pop on as a client and I'm like, oh, home, the experience about galleries. I'm like, okay, I want galleries, right? Because I want to see what you do. But this isn't really going to show me what you do without me, like I said earlier, having to give you a lot of information. My email, my name, all of that. I don't want that. I don't want to give you that. So I'm just going to leave your website if that's what's going to happen. So you can't let people leave your website. So you want to make sure that you keep these galleries on here. But also, again, I don't feel like you need this at all. I think your portfolio pages here can speak for themselves. And if people want to see more, they'll ask. I promise. If people want or need to see more photos, they will totally ask you. So, all right. I am going to leave it at this. I think you've gotten a lot of info here, and good luck. And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out. And good luck.